And we had that conversation off air last pod.
Yeah.
You was snapping low key. You was snapping.
Look, because I have a very I have narrowed my view of how relationships should be.
And on that note, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Long Live Moshi, aka King Moshi, aka God Dollar Sign. Here with my cousin.
Oscar.
And we're here with another You Good Digital podcast. Before we get started, make sure you like this video, get us in the algorithm because we need that. Please, please, please. And also, subscribe to the channel. Let's get straight into it. I ain't gonna even we hold on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight into it. You said go something about you
I've narrowed my view.
narrowed your view down to relationships. Okay.
So I think all relationships should be beneficial to both parties at all times.
Expound.
So if I'm in a friendship, I should provide something to my friend should provide something to me. Whether that's all right, I give them free photo shoots, they get free photos, we're both happy. Or I need someone to go out to eat with me, I take them out, they get free food, we're both happy.
Right.
Right? Like, so just benefit. Like, I don't want to go off the handle too much.
So you don't believe in people just being friends with people just to be friends with people?
I'm not saying I don't believe that.
That's kind of basically what you're saying.
No, because if you're friends with someone just to be friends with them, you're getting something from that friendship. It's fulfilling some type of need, right? I like friendships where you have a person who feels like they're getting used. That's someone who's friends with someone just to be friends with them, right?
So
Not the person that is like necessarily doing the using, but I think the person who feels like they're getting used is friends just to be friends.
okay, I think I get what you're saying. So if I want to hang out with somebody just because I like their energy,
You like their energy. You're getting good energy from them. So you are receiving something from them.
okay. So that's okay. All right, you answered my question. Touche.
Yeah, and I say beneficial, and there's nothing wrong with a relationship being beneficial, right?
No, now that you put it that way,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I agree with you.
I don't mean it in a malicious way. I mean it in a. It's better to be around people who are going to build you up. It's better to be around people that you enjoy their energy. It's better to be in situations where you're happy or excited or you feel fulfilled or you feel comfortable or you feel content. It's I don't think it's good, and I always try to remove myself from situations where I feel like I'm getting used or I'm unhappy or it's not going the way I would like it to go and I feel drained, right?
Right.
I think relationships I think most things in life are an either or in the sense of it's getting better or it's getting worse. And the gray area between better and worse is it could be a slow slide towards worse, or it could be a slow increase towards better.
Right.
But things are moving in one direction or another, and I try to make sure that I've like started taking more inventory on the relationships I have and the relationships I choose to put myself in.
But when did that take place? Like when did you start realizing you needed to filter that those type of relationships? Because that's just not something that you just wake up and be like, all right, cool. Like there has to have been something that happened to you for you to be able to filter a relationship. 'Cause I don't know how to. I know how to filter them now, but I still in the process of learning how to filter relationships. Like, cause even when you was like, I have to get, I have to get something in order for somebody to be friends to me. I'm thinking like, why? When this nigga or this person or this female, this chick, whatever, is just a cool ass individual that you want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's you telling me that is like, all right, now I see what you're saying, but
Right. Yeah. So it's been a journey for me to get to where I am and how I view things now. I would say the first thing that kind of made me realize I need to be more Well, okay, let me step back. The first thing that made me feel a way about friendships are how people deal with money when they deal with me, right? So
Yeah, you gotta explain.
so if I lend someone money, I lend it I lend it to them, they don't ever return it. So
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm about to ask something. Go ahead.
so I
Yeah,
realized that this, like, my relationship is only the value of that amount of money that I lent to them,
right,
because I'm cutting the relationship off in the sense of I'm not dealing with you until you give me the money back after
right,
you said were going to give it back.
right.
I've also, but in learning that and dealing with money like that, I've also learned if I lend someone money,
Nigga, don't expect to get that back.
I lend money, I lend it, I I'll tell the person I'm lending it to them, but in my mind I'm saying I'm giving this person this money,
And you're not gonna see it back.
and if they love and respect our relationship, they'll give me the money back when they say they're going to return it.
Right.
And if they don't, that means they're not, for that situation and for all intents and purposes, their word becomes worthless to me if
Right.
they don't
So
return the money. So that was the first thing that kind of
so have you ever
relationships.
given a friend money without and be like, you don't have to pay me back type shit?
Yeah. And if I say that, I don't expect it back.
Got it.
It's if someone
Got it.
says,
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah, someone says, "Can I borrow some money?" I'm like,
But you
yes.
know when people ask to borrow some money, they don't mean borrow it for real. They mean like, nigga,
Well-
I ain't got it. I need it. Can I get it?
Well, and that's another thing.
People don't really communicate well when they are in need of something.
Right. So I'll get to that.
Okay.
So the money part was the first thing that kind of made me like start filtering relationships.
Right.
Then once I quit drinking, and I
Yeah,
saw
you mentioned that on the pod. Yeah.
I saw like the people who kind of fell off and the people who were on it. Because when I used to drink, I used to go hard, and
Oh, I know.
when I used to drink, I used to like to buy drinks and shots for everybody, pay for everything and everything. And when I quit drinking, like, I was no longer being entertained by doing that, so I stopped doing that, and I watched certain friends kind of
Right.
fall off.
Right.
And so it's like,
That's kind of like me when I stopped paying for niggas' meals and shit like that
Right.
and all that. I could tell the let's hang out became less and less and
Right.
less and less and less and less and less and less.
And then it's like, and then another part is just like understanding, like, all right, this person is in my life. What is I try to
You do a lot of fucking thinking to have for friendships.
well, because it's important. The people that you decide to be around is very important. Like, it's very important because you're picking up their habits. You're picking up their energy.
But I think yes, but you didn't ask my first question a while ago.
What's that?
So you started going off on a
Okay,
tangent.
go ahead. What's the first?
It's when did you start to learn how to
Do all that, like,
through all.
when I
This is a long ass answer.
Yeah.
Got you.
So from how people deal with money with me, from how things change when I quit drinking,
Right.
and then just like really like taking inventory of like how much does this person care about me, or do they understand what I need? Are they listening to me when I
Right.
say, yeah, we're not going to do that, or yes, I want to do that, or this, that, and other, or hey, if I, and then now I'm in the part of the learning process of, I think I spoke about this on the podcast. I've had trouble throughout my life renegotiating terms of relationships.
Well, yeah, because it's like a job. Once you start something a certain way, it's hard to,
Right.
It's like, well, how you get it? What is it? How you get it? How you lose it? Does that apply to this? Not
Kind of. Yeah, how you get it, how you lose it.
Yeah.
But I've started like, I'm starting to be bold enough to try to renegotiate terms of relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start watching how stuff like that impact. Because typically, once you make it past my filter,
And that filter is crazy. But go ahead.
once you make it past my filter, I'm typically a very giving and loyal person.
You are.
And I start doing stuff for people and like overextending myself, and then now I'm in the place of where I'm going to start renegotiating terms of relationships.
Right.
I'm going to watch if people say, "Oh, okay, that's fine," and I'm gonna say, "Hey, this is what I could give to you now," and if they say, "Oh, well, I don't need you anymore," okay, that's cool, but it'll just be like another filter. Maybe like I won't lead so hard in relationships,
Right.
but to answer your question is like all of this, all of life has made me think about how I handle my friendships and always making sure that I'm a benefit to someone if I feel like they're a benefit to me.
Right.
And also asking people for what I need out of a relationship too.
I've learned that in business relationships. Not necessarily relationships with my friends, because I'm a naturally giving person.
Right.
So I don't really sit back and be like, what can I do for this person, this, and that, this, and that. I just do.
Right.
I do for you, and I expect you to do for me. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to not put expectations on people. Just like we had the interview with Jason.
Right.
He was saying, what did he say? He learns how to. Remember, I was like, do his what did I say? The golden rule.
Oh, treat people how they
Treat
you
people
want
how
to
you
be
want to be
treated.
treated, but he was like, treat people how they want to be treated.
Right. Right.
And that's kind of what I'm learning right now, because I do give a lot and I do end up on a short stick. Like you said, you just learn how to filter. So
Yeah.
I treat people how they want to be treated with the same love that I would give them if it was a treat people how you want to be treated
Right.
type of aspect.
And then the other part of that is I sometimes I'll go into a relationship giving 100%, and then I'll take note of what that person is giving, and then I'll decide, do I need to dial this back? Is this just going to be a friend I call when I just want to hang out and have fun, or is this someone I'm going to call when I'm in a time of need?
Right.
And figuring out who those people are. And I think it's important to have all different types of relationships,
Yeah.
but they should all be positive.
That's a great segue into another same topic, but let's do you have a lot of friends that you think you can call if you needed something?
A lot, no. Do I have some? Yes. About 4 or 5 friends.
You have 4 or 5 friends. Do I have 4 or 5 friends that I can call on if I needed something? I think I do.
I think about 4 or 5.
Does family count as that? Or just we talking about just like
If
friends?
we just talk about just friends, I say 4 or 5. If we talk about
Shit, I got
family,
about maybe 1 or 2.
yeah. But I'm talking about like these are like friendships I've built. Like one of them. Like when we was living over in South Sac.
The yeah, okay,
Yeah, back when we was living over in South Sac, like
yeah.
we've been friends since I was like in middle school.
Right.
And then I have another friend. I met him like right after I graduated college. We've been friends since then. I have another friend. I met him right like in my first 2 weeks of college, and then I have another friend I met my second year in college. Like those are 4 people where like if I called them and they told me they couldn't help, I know they really couldn't help.
Right.
It isn't a I got it and I just ain't gonna give it to you. It's a I might have it, but this money's already allocated for a part of my family, and I can't pull from this. Or I know they would not say no unless they had to say no.
Got it.
Yeah,
You know I'm about to be on some bullshit.
yeah. I just
You know I'm about to be on some bullshit. You can see my. Can you see my? You can see my little sandals. There you go. You can see. Do you have a hard time making friends?
yes and no.
Why yes?
Because I'm not concerned about societal norms when it comes to meeting people.
Got you.
I'm not.
Do you have a hard time making female friends?
Yes and no.
Well, nigga, what's all these? You need multiple question answers.
Well, because one thing I've learned in my life, nothing's black and white.
Right.
Most things are gray. Most situations are gray. Most areas are gray. So, in a traditional sense, do I have a hard time making female friends? Sometimes, but it kind of depends on how we meet,
Right.
right? Like,
Cause I know you said something off air, and you
Oh, I went in. I was going in.
you would say you don't want to hang out with a group of women for whatever your reasons are.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at myself like I hang out with a group of women all the time. How do you feel about me?
Hmm?
And
I
hanging
mean,
out with the like
but off air, you've told me why that's your mo.
yeah,
You've expressed that to me. I was like,
because
all
I'm a
right.
pimp. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. Hey. No, you didn't hit me with that.
That's your troll music from now
That's
on.
my troll music.
Yeah, that's your troll music. No,
Uh,
I mean how I feel about it works for you, and it's beneficial for who you are, right?
yeah, understood.
And I think that's what
And
it's
well,
all about.
I also just like having women energy around. It's something about women energy.
I mean, but again, off air, you explained a lot about that, and it
Right,
made a
right,
lot of sense.
right.
My experience has been a little bit different than your experience.
That we'll talk about that, but that goes behind the paywall.
Yes.
That I think what your experience needs to be talked about a lot more, especially in our culture, because it's more common than we think,
Yeah.
and it's detrimental as fuck.
Yeah. And so I wasn't even talking about that half of my experience. I was talking about more of the positive half.
Oh, okay.
But like my experience is different. So it's just like
Yeah.
and
I just thought we were talking about that one because that's what we was talking about
yeah.
off of
Well,
air.
I mean, yeah, I that experience I would like to share.
Yeah, because
But
nigga, the shit that she was telling me, man, look, I couldn't empath, empathize, but
but you
I
can sympathize.
sympathized.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, I never would have thought of it like that. That's something I could never. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it wasn't your experience.
right,
It was never your
right.
experience growing up. So
Okay,
I get it. But
understood.
like you being around a bunch of women, that's fine. Can I make women friends? Like so when I meet women and they're modeling for
Right.
me, that's usually a great relationship.
Yeah.
Like whatever. When I meet women in the club, that's hit or miss.
Got you.
Because in the club, I'm looking to have fun and entertain myself.
Right. And if you're not with the entertainment and the fun,
And I feel bad for this to an extent, but sometimes my entertainment may come at the expense of someone else in the club.
understood.
Because like I'm just doing what I do and I move how I want to move because I'm tired from the day and all the thinking I have to do. And I'm
Right.
like, you just get what you get.
And don't have a fit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
like in the club, no. Do I make a lot of lasting women friends in the club and when I go out? No. Have I made a lot of women friends when it's more of a business setting? Yes. Have I made a lot of women friends? It just depends on how I'm introduced and everything.
Yeah.
Like even like I think in a work setting or in a more in a setting that's more goal oriented.
Right.
When I meet women, they'll get the more business and goal oriented Oscar.
Got you.
When I'm in the club, it's reckless. Oh,
And I've seen it firsthand.
yeah, like
But I've also seen you on the flip side of that too, because I've seen you get a bottle and I bring girls to the table and you be chilling and you know what I'm saying,
you
like,
thought I was chilling.
oh well then.
Like I, all the but it's different though. Like I think when we meet new people together,
That's a different story. I have no
they have no expectations of anything, right?
right.
Because they meeting both of us.
Yeah.
And it's like and at that point they're like, you know what, I'm gonna deal with whatever because they giving me free drinks all night.
Right.
So I think sometimes when I've met some of your people
Yeah.
in the club, they have a certain expectation.
Because of who I am.
Partly that, and because of what your relationship is with them.
Yeah.
But that's not my. We don't have a relationship,
Yeah.
and I don't know you from was
And
Eve.
right.
You don't know me from Adam, and maybe it's a poor decision on me just to be reckless O in the club at that time. but I'm out to have fun.
Right. Nigga, hey, look. You know I don't be caring.
Yeah.
I don't be caring until it's time. I don't want to say protect because that's not the word, but you get what
Right,
I'm
the
saying.
reputation, like yeah, protecting
Yeah.
the brand and the reputation. Like
Right.
I get it, and that's why off air we've come to certain agreements about certain
Right,
things,
right, right,
right?
right. That's why we need to just. I feel like we just need to get a Patreon because I feel like those discussions
Oh, those will go up.
those need to happen though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, cause that's the shit. Like, yeah, we scratch a lot of the surface with like how black men operate in in the world today on the podcast, but those conversations that we had off air be super like deep, and it's like we'll talk. We have a whole pod, then we'll have
no, another whole
a whole
pod.
another pod about shit that's deeper that we don't know if we could say because we might get canceled or our
Right,
jobs are
right.
on the line.
But if you pay for it,
you
then I
pay
know you
for
want to
it.
see the content.
Right. And we don't have to rely on other
Yeah.
sources to keep our jobs. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So yeah, we definitely gotta get that Patreon because that is a
Look,
conversation
I'm
that
ready.
needs to happen, bro.
I'm surprised that you that interested in it.
Yeah, because I'm about to peak. Yeah, because it's so interesting because I don't come from that. Like I'm not, you know what I'm
That's
saying? Like
not your
that's not
experience.
my experience. So I'll be like, damn, like, because when I go into a club, I can, for the most part, because I know how to speak and I know the type of nigga that I am, very charismatic, and I can pretty much get any woman that I want to. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
what's interesting about that, I've had that experience, right?
yeah,
That shit's just tiring for me, and I don't feel like doing it.
yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
you told
like
me that.
I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. For what? What's the
But it's
benefit?
just so different because our approach is so different. Like, cause like I would have, cause you'll buy drinks.
Yeah.
I'm not buying no drink for. I had this chick come up to me and was like, "Oh," she was talking. She was like, "Let's get drinks." She's like, "You want to give me a drink?" I was like,
No.
"You know who I am?"
You should be buying me a drink.
Right, like, and it's not even like, do you know who I am? Like, Google me or I'm some type of woo woo woo.
But you can't actually Google me, so do that. Oscar Marie the four.
Yeah, you can Google me too, but I'm just saying, like, it's just more of a
No. No, I
no, like,
yeah.
because I know, because if I buy you a drink, not saying that I want to, what I'm saying, not saying I want to get them draws, but I know how women operate in the club as well. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I know that they'll finesse themselves into being drunk.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Like they'll do that to me, then turn around and do it to that person, then turn around and do it to that person, and then they get they little drunk by the end of the night. I'm like, oh, okay, I was a part of the plan. Nah, if I'm gonna be a part of the part of the plan got to benefit me at the end of the day.
sounds similar to what I was saying earlier.
I know, but the way you be saying shit, bro, you be like,
Because like, so here's the thing. I cut all the bullshit out.
but see, is it?
Yes, it's fluff and all right.
Because I wouldn't say what I do is fluff. I like to feel people out first. You're visual. You're like, yeah, yeah. I'm more like, yeah, okay. Let me talk to you.
But
All
I
right.
think also one thing I've also had, like, I've met very few people in the club where we have anything substantial for any period of time after that.
I have though. A
Yeah,
lot of my
but
friends I met in the club.
understand the industry you come from and the industry I come from.
I got you.
My networking
Got you.
doesn't happen in the club.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your
I make
networking
I
does.
make money in the club.
Yeah, like
Everybody be like, why you be at Tiger so much? Little do you know.
yeah. And so it's like you go to the club, it's kind of like work for you.
Yeah.
I go to the club, I'm
You
trying to have fun.
outside.
I'm outside.
Yeah, yeah, you outside.
I'm outside. I'm like a tech bro.
Yeah.
And I don't pretend to be anything different.
Right.
And I go in there and I spend a little bit of money. I have fun. I keep it moving.
Right.
Like that's not my job. I'm not trying to network with nobody in there. I'm trying to like see what's up.
Hold on one sec. Cousin. What you doing? I'm podding. I'm about to send you Ariel's number. You gotta call her. Okay, well I'm like 10 minutes away. Yeah, I'm about to send you her number and Okay. All right. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like again, like we have two different experiences in life, like completely.
And I feel like we need to talk about that because that like it's so interesting to me. Like it's almost like you finding out there's a whole new world on the other side.
Yeah,
It's a whole new world, and it's the same nigga on the other side, just with a different experience. A whole new world.
keeping it real, Little Mermaid.
Isn't it? Is that
That-
Little Mermaid
I
or
don't
is
know
that
who that is.
nigga? That's Aladdin.
Oh, you keeping it real, Aladdin?
Yep. so so speaking of let's
Move
talk some
on. Let's
shit.
move on.
Let's talk some shit.
What's that one topic I wanted to talk about?
Which one?
The relationship thing and
Ah, okay.
yeah.
So you probably not familiar with this guy, but Adam 22. He's a
Uh-huh.
podcaster in the hip hop world. Came up off of black people, white dude. They trying to say a whole bunch of stuff about him, but that's for another day. We can talk about that another day.
Okay.
He has he's dating a porn star named
Ooh.
Lena the Plug.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This
Let
this
me go
this
ahead and look this
this
up real
this up
quick.
this right up your alley. So
Oh, no, is it? Okay.
Lena the Plug, I don't think did any type of since her and Adam been together. I don't think they did. She did any type of work with other men. It was always like Adam, her, and another girl. You know what I'm saying? She finally got with she actually did what's it called, a regular sex scene with another man, but
Uh-huh.
this time it was this big ass black dude
Mm-hmm.
named Jason. And now everybody's like on the internet basically calling Adam a cuck. They saying that, he shouldn't let her do it. Now everybody reading into like they're looking at the post saying that she don't like him and how could you do this after you just got married? It ain't even been a month yet and you already getting banged by BBC, all type of crazy stuff. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about letting another man bang your wife?
All right, so I'm gonna back up right there.
Because I know you missed the ethically non-denomination. So I know this is a topic that you might.
I'm gonna back up. First off, everybody that's commenting on what he's doing need to stay the fuck out his business.
Okay, talk your shit.
Like that's number one. And I don't look I don't usually curse, but it's like everybody, and I bet a lot of people who are talking the most junk, they kinky in some way. They just scared to explore.
I don't know if I'm exploring no nigga blowing my bitch back out,
Yeah,
but
but
that's
you also ain't up in arms about it and saying what he should and shouldn't do. Are you?
yeah.
You up in arms about it.
Well, I'm not up in arms, but I do have my opinion.
You have an opinion, but
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
going
yeah.
out your way to share it,
Well, yeah, true,
right?
true.
People are going out their way to talk about this dude,
Yeah,
right? Like why?
right.
Why? You trying to get your 20 minutes of fame? All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. But back to your original question.
cause you seem tight. What's going on?
No, because this is like, yo, like, why you worried about what he doing in his bedroom? That's his bedroom.
Because okay, and I get what you're saying. So I'm gonna speak from a different. I'm gonna speak from a
Give
different
me a different perspective.
We podding.
Yeah,
You
let's
know what I'm saying?
go.
I don't want to be up here just agreeing
up
with
here
your.
About
No.
to troll?
No,
Oh,
not that one,
okay.
not that one, not that one, not that one. I'm just about to give a different perspective.
Okay.
There are men out there who do not necessarily. Yeah, I just say fuck it. We care what other men think about us because that's how we get into rooms and that's how we work in ourselves into the world. If men don't respect you, it's hard to gain that camaraderie with other men if they don't respect you in life in general. So if you let a nigga bang your wife, men will lose respect for you and will look at you differently and will treat you differently on if we know that your wife is or your woman, or that's just a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Is your girlfriend wearing the pants in the relationship?
But
Like
is she wearing the pants in the relationship?
I mean, I don't know their extent of their relationship, but from that example, it's like
So
so for
all
me, I'm looking at okay, and like I said, I'm speaking from a different perspective.
yeah.
This is always not how I think. This is just conversational
Right.
purpose. You did porn for so long without having to sleep with other men. What makes you want to sleep with other men now? And this is using the Adam example.
Right. So I think so. Let's step back. First off, she didn't. This wasn't some other. I just want to start doing this now. I don't think that was the case. I think
Well,
this
I mean,
was.
yeah, she's a sex worker.
Yeah, I think she's always wanted to do that.
That's my issue.
Why is that an issue?
Because why do you wait till you married to do something like
Well,
that?
maybe the trust that they built.
And I say my issue, I'm just talking from that
Yeah,
perspective of the issue.
yeah.
I got to make sure while people listening and stuff like that. Like,
I think maybe this is they just built enough trust and security in their
no,
relationship.
that nigga
to do
said he
that.
was insecure after that shit happened.
Oh well, then I
He
don't
said he
know.
felt some type of way after it happened. So it wasn't nothing like he was okay with it, but I don't think he was really okay with it.
All right. Well, so that kind of.
And as a man,
Well, so but this
I
is more of the story I didn't know.
okay. And as a man, you would look at somebody differently for like, bro, if you don't feel comfortable, why you?
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure
He did it to make her happy, and that's the wrong reason to do it. That's what it sounds like.
exactly. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, and the nigga be like, well, I just want to fuck her. I just want to fuck her because it's gonna make me happy. A lot of women are gonna be like, oh my god, he a cheater. Once a cheater, oh, you know how this shit go. Like
Right.
when it's on the shoe
Well,
is on the other.
but the other question is, I guess is they about their interviews and stuff. Like, is all that public knowledge?
they got a show called Plug Talk, and it's porn, and it's basically they interview another sex worker, and then they end up all having sex at the end.
All three of them.
All three of them, but if there is a dude there, it's usually with another woman. So it's like she never goes.
You know what happened? She got tired of like you keep smashing all these people down, and I can't do nothing. What's wrong with you?
That's what I was thinking.
It's not. In that case, it doesn't seem like the relationship is fair.
But if she had this in her mind, why would she wait until marriage? Why would she wait for so long?
Because she's like, I ain't gonna leave you now, so you need to stop tripping and let me do this.
No.
You don't think that was the conversation?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I think that's what the conversation was.
Yeah, I think that was a conversation, but go do that before you get with me. Don't do that on my time on this earth with you. Do that before you want to lock it in with me and have that time.
Or she needs to find a partner
that would allow
that's into that. Not allow.
Wait, into what?
Into
seeing
her with other men.
Yeah, because obviously he's not into it. If he said, I mean,
Right.
he said he's cool with it, but I don't believe he's okay. I don't believe he's into it. Is a word.
Right. Or he hasn't fully accepted his kink. Because I've spoken in the ethically non-monogamous community, in the kink community.
Yeah.
Like I've been an ally or.
Is that what they call her?
I don't know.
Is that what they call her?
I don't know. I'm making stuff up now.
This nigga's an ally.
But I've spoken with the men. Like I know couples where the guy is they call it stag, vixen, or cuckold, right? I know couples like that. I've spoken to the men in those couples, right?
Yeah.
And one of the guys I know, he was like, at first it was like, I think he had trouble accepting that was his kink and was confused about it. But once he started accepting it, he what he explained to me, the whole jealousy part, it's the whole thing. Like, it's a whole process that makes him happy about
You said
the situation.
accepting it, like
He might be into that, but because of society, he's like, I'm uncomfortable with it because like he's too worried about other men respecting him or disrespecting him or changing their opinion about him instead of being who he is.
Back in the day when videos of girls was hard to get before like Instagram and OnlyFans and stuff. I would say it was kind of a turn on when girls used to send me videos of them doing stuff to other people. But that was never anybody that I was dating. So
Right.
and this is me talking personally, not just from perspective now, that shit don't turn me on if I see anybody that I'm dealing with for real, like sucking another man's dick. Like that's just, or getting, that don't turn, that's only a kink if she's not next to me.
I that you just like porn.
But basically,
But you like more of a you like a porn with 1 degree of separation
yeah.
versus being some like complete straight. Everybody's a
But
complete
I
stranger.
don't, I can't again. I can't see myself letting my woman,
But
my wife,
I
getting
think you
banged
missed what I
out.
said. You like porn that's 1 degree of separation.
Yeah,
Your woman getting banged out is not. It's that's.
the same shit.
I don't think that's 1 degree of separation. I think that's part now in your relationship
Yeah,
versus oh, this is something you did before, after, whatever,
right,
or while we were messing with each other, but we ain't exclusive or
right.
anything.
And
So you like,
I'll even give Lena this. I'll even give her this grace. Adam should have knew because she is a sex worker, so he should already have been prepared for this
well,
moment to begin with.
that was more so the problem I had. Oh, after they got together, she stopped doing stuff with men.
Yeah.
It's like, if you a porn
Wait,
star,
keep going, but I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if she did do stuff with men first. Go ahead. I'm gonna look it
like
up.
if porn is your type of sex work, and you meet somebody while you're doing that, I think that person needs to accept you, and you shouldn't have to change your job for them.
Right. And
Right.
I believe that as well.
And so she changed her job for him. She provided him a lot of grace, and she probably got tired. Like, look, it's time. I'm gonna go back to doing this because this is what I want to do.
Yeah, because she has done stuff with other.
Since they've been together,
We'll see.
you don't know the dates if they
It
accurate or
ain't
not.
it ain't even the dates. I just don't know the dicks because there's dicks in here, and I don't know if this is his dick or if this
Well, look at the color. You
they
look at
all
the
white.
color. Oh,
So I mean they white. So
you
I
don't know.
I just don't know. I can't
I don't know. Like,
I can't really tell you.
at the end of the
And
day,
even and let's okay. Let's say she only because this is me assuming because I don't know her past
right,
Adam
right.
22. If she hasn't been doing porn with other men, why
Why now?
now?
So, if she's never done porn with other men,
Right.
and it's always been other women,
Or her dude because he got into porn because of her.
or that, then that I don't have an answer for. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, like that kind of makes that would kind of, well, I can't even say it makes me raise an eyebrow because relationships and things change.
okay, let me go back. So how I was introduced to her, one of my partners just put me on who she was the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, she's basically the Kim Kardashian for SoundCloud rappers.
Okay.
So not necessarily she was a porn star coming out the gate. She was just an attractive woman who was probably getting this is allegedly this is what he told me. Allegedly just around a lot of SoundCloud rappers and having sex with them, and then she got into the OnlyFans type of shit with like solos, and then she got with Adam, and then they started doing their porn thing. So I don't even know if she was sleeping with men prior to sleeping with men on camera for work prior to Adam. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I saw the dude with the black one. I saw the dude with the black one because it was hyped, so I wanted to see it, of course. And I ain't gonna lie, low key, she trash. It was boring as hell. I was wasting my time.
That's 20 minutes you're not gonna get back.
I'm never getting that back. I was so disappointed.
Um.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but here's the other part of it: relationships and people evolve, and they
I'm not trying to hear that shit, Oscar.
I know you're not trying to hear it, but it's the truth.
So
It's the truth.
So
It's the truth.
it is the truth.
It's the truth.
So she evolved into some nigga
Yes,
dick.
yes, that's what she evolved to. She
That's
wanted some
wild.
BBC.
That's wild.
She was like, you know what? I've had all this white
That's
for the last
wild.
5 years, and now I need some black.
That's wild. You got to go.
She wanted to give a little piece of reparations to the community. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Jason for getting the reparations for the community. But that's why I have a problem with it. Cause like and we had this discussion off air, and I want to bring this up. You said allow, because I was like, I would never allow my woman to do that. You got a problem with that word, allow?
Hell yeah.
Why?
You can't allow adult to do something.
Yes, the fuck you can.
You could think you allowing them to do something, and whatever they do when you're not there is what they do.
But you're not allowing that. They just doing it behind your back.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that you think you could allow someone to or to not do something,
I think you can.
you can in your head.
Like your parents can allow you to go to that party, but if they say no, you're not going. You could sneak out and do it yourself.
That's a little bit of a. I think the parent situation, a parent and a child situation, is a little bit different.
No,
than a partner.
Why?
Because when you're a child, this parent is responsible for your.
Thank you. You going in exactly the way I was saying. Go ahead.
Right, and when you're a child, your parent's responsible for you and your safety. Right.
Come on.
When you're a grown up and you decide to be in a relationship,
that man is responsible for that woman, because then they're gonna be sitting there hollering out, where are the men, and we will protect this and protect that.
Yeah, but all the
go ahead, nigga. Go ahead. We're here today.
We here
today. Let me step back on the soccer screen. We here today.
I think a lot of people, men and women, don't know what they really want. And they hollering about, I want this, I want that, and they lying to themselves.
Probably, but that still doesn't negate the fact that if I'm a man and I'm protecting and providing for,
but if it's something she want to do,
wait. When I hate to use the whole protecting and providing, because that's so like YouTube talking point type shit. But as a man, you are supposed to protect and provide for your woman, right, and your family. Listen to me, right?
I don't know. I don't know,
nigga.
I don't know.
Nigga.
If that's the agreement. If that's
so
the
contract, if you laid up with your woman, and a nigga kick your door down, depending on your arrangement with her, y'all gonna figure out who gonna take the nigga at the door, or is you gonna step up and take the nigga at the door?
So if it's someone I'm dating seriously,
yes,
I'm gonna step up.
Stop right there. That is my point. So if you're going to automatically do that as a man, you have to understand that there is certain levels of the allowance that a man will allow a woman, but also on the flip side, a woman will allow a man.
I think those should be explicit conversations had.
Yeah, but it's still because you have a issue with the word allow, and I'm like,
the reason why I have an issue with the word allow, and not sorry to cut you off.
No, that's cool. We going back and forth. We shooting shit.
The reason I have because you can't allow an adult to do something. Yeah. They gonna do it or they not.
I get that, but you do have the right to say yes or no to something that you don't like about.
Yeah, you do.
But
and then
it's like they have the right to go and
ignore that shit and do whatever the fuck they want.
But again, when I say if I'm with somebody, then yes, I have to allow that to happen.
You have to allow it to happen if you're going to stay with them.
Yes. If we want to be in this relationship, I have to allow that to happen. I have to allow.
But you're not really allowing them. They're agreeing to it. Because you can't allow I allowed them to do that. Like, what? They did that shit because they wanted.
Like Adam will tell you he allowed his woman to go be with that nigga.
Yeah, because that was probably the only way he was going to keep her.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We need a womp womp womp.
And look, and trust me, I'm probably speaking out of turn by saying that because I don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know the facts of their relationship. I don't know all that, but saying that I'm allowing this person, like I just have a big problem.
I'm allowing it.
I have a big problem with possession in monogamous relationships.
Well, that's because you are ethically denominational nigga. So it's different. I see where you're coming from because, like, when you deal with women that y'all both are okay with people, you doing you, her doing her. That's not the case for everybody.
I know, but those are conversations that should be had and understand, monogamous or not.
Nigga, there's rules that even with being ethically non-monogamous, you have rules that you will say, if you go past it or you do this, XYZ, I'm not fucking with you unless you allow it. And it's okay. Past that. Yes or no?
Not really.
Oh my God.
It's more so.
Freaky boy.
So,
and that's not even just with sex. I'm just talking about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I hate the topic that women be like, uh, a man can't allow me to wear. He can't. Like we had the Kiki Palmer shit. But it's like if I'm going out with you and you showing ass and I don't feel like getting into a fight that night, I do have a say so in what you gonna wear and what you gonna step out in. Cause at the end of the day, if somebody fuck with you, you gonna who you calling? So I do have a say so in what you wear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be too prude and be like, nigga, turtleneck and you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna make them come out in full
And
hijab.
baggy sweats or full hijab. I might be in a shit. I'm Muslim, so hey, okay. You might get you
Good
might
good luck with that.
you might get nah
Good,
the women
good
the
luck
woman that
with that.
the woman that I deal with don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
So but that's why I'm saying though, like you said though, is an understanding.
Yeah.
She understands my religion. She understands the path that I'm going down, and if I require that, she's okay with it.
I think I think I think the problem I have with the word allow is it to me it implies that there wasn't a conversation and there wasn't an agreement behind it.
No, it doesn't. That
I said to
oh to me.
me
Okay,
it
okay,
implies
okay,
that.
okay, okay, okay.
So I'm like as long as everything is communication is key in my opinion for any relationship,
Right,
romantic, non-romantic, work, parents,
right,
friends and all that.
right.
If the two people have communicated about it and then the man says I don't allow my wife to do that, but there's been communication and they've talked and they've agreed on boundaries and all that.
Yeah,
I think that's a valid use of the word allow.
got you. Okay,
I
cool.
think that,
I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know the person that you dealing with. You know what you should and shouldn't be doing.
I
That's when it
like
get tricky.
that gets
It gets
that
tricky.
I think it gets tricky because like people assume that people should know something about them that they ain't told them, and that's hard.
No,
So
no.
So here's where that
Yeah,
might be okay.
yes, and that's a slippery slope. You're right. That is a slippery slope because yes and no.
Here's where it
Because
might be okay. If you've been with somebody 5 years and y'all been doing this, then there should be a certain amount of things you just learn about a person.
let's use the Kiki Palmer example. If I met a woman that was dressed like that, like how she was dressed, I can't be upset
If she continues to dress
if
like
she
that.
continues to dress like that. I can address it and say, babe, we've been together for this long. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I know how other men gonna look at you because that's how I got you.
Yeah. And you can say, you could tell her, I'm uncomfortable with this or
Right.
whatever.
But I just can't be like, don't wear that.
Right.
Don't wear that. Like, that look crazy. I can't be like, that look crazy. Don't wear that.
But
And you showing your ass. She be like, that nigga, that's how I got you.
the word allow makes it seem like that second part. Don't do that.
But
Don't.
see, you doing what everybody else be doing in the world.
Assuming.
No. You attach yourself to one word that can be used in
Right.
many ways, and you take it to how you want to use it.
Well,
And
that's why early on in the podcast I talked about how two people have to have shared definitions of a word because your definition of allow was different than my
yeah,
definition of allow,
yeah.
and so I think that's where
No,
the
no. It's the same.
misunderstanding.
It's the same definition. It's just we just took it differently. It's the same definition because you allowing something to happen, but you just saying if you don't have the conversation,
Right.
that wasn't said. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. That wasn't said.
Well, and I think everything becomes contextual, right?
Yeah,
Like one sentence, unless you're talking about something specific, pick me up at 5 p.m. on the corner of 7th and 5th in Sacramento.
yeah.
You don't need no more context,
Right,
right? You don't.
right.
But if you like, oh, I allowed my wife to do blank, that might need a little bit more context, depending
No,
on
it
who you
don't.
talk, depending on who you're talking
No,
to
because
and what you're talking about.
if I'm talking to another man, he should understand where I'm coming from. That should be
Look,
that should be something
that's
that.
between y'all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm talking to another man, you should understand when I say I allow my wife or I allow my children or I allow my whatever to do X Y Z. You should know it's coming from a place of, for the most part, protection. But I do know
For
what.
you, if that's might be where it's coming from. If I don't know the person, I don't know where it's coming from. It could be a place of controlling. It could be a place of I beat they.
Yeah, okay,
It could
okay,
be a
okay,
lot. It could be
okay,
coming
okay,
from a
okay.
lot of different
All
places.
right, understood. Touche.
Right. And that's
Touche.
why I said like context is like really important with a lot of
I
things.
never give context. I only give context to people who I feel like deserve it.
But you know how I know context is real important? Because I get dinged on. I've been dinged on that at work. Like they
Yeah,
be like, Oscar, give more context, communicate a little bit more.
yeah.
Like people need a little bit
Well,
more
also,
information.
I'm a communicative type of,
I don't know the right word for that, but yes.
but I communicate. So if I don't like something, I'll say I don't like it, and I don't have a problem with like explaining on the reasons why I don't. See that I think that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even
But
what you say, even what you saying, like I don't like that word allow. Well, here's why I use allow.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a problem explaining it.
But once you gave me the context,
But
like
you're my cousin,
right.
and we have this conversation. Anybody else? I'm not. Like I'm like I don't. I would say this in this conversation, in this example. I'm not allowing my girl to wear that. You don't allow. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't allow my girl to wear that.
Yeah, but
And if I don't know you, the conversation is over then and there because I don't have to
well,
explain
but
myself to you.
if someone I didn't know said I don't allow my woman to do that, I'm like, oh okay, and I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, but a lot of people not like you. They're gonna keep going. I've been in those positions where people are always questioning me
Well,
on how I
because
move,
people are misstepping when they do that.
and then when I explain to them why I move the way I move, they be like, "Oh, okay." Just like how we had that conversation off air, and I'm like, "Why you don't X
Right.
Y Z?" You was like, "Cause of this, nigga," and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
that's the conversation." But again, everybody doesn't deserve that conversation because I don't
Right.
know you.
Right. If you talking to like there'd be a lot of situations where I just bow out of somebody like I'm like
Right.
cool story, bro.
Now I don't even give a fuck. When people do what they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, and I have no problem with that. I open my phone as porn. That's because I was looking up the.
You got to open up the porn on the incognito tabs and then have the incognito tabs locked.
Oh, they got the private thing on here
Yeah,
too.
so you
So
could
yeah,
like
yeah,
so
yeah.
I open it up if I can't open up my incognito tabs unless I like use my fingerprint to open them.
Yeah, I got the Face app. Um, so we did an interview with Jason.
Right.
And I don't know if it's gonna be out before this comes out or after this comes out, but we did an interview with Jason, and he brought up a video
Yes.
about this bodybuilder.
Yes.
Let me see. His name on Instagram is
Should I pull out my thing so I can plug it into here so we can show the video? Not that serious.
It's not that serious. They'll look it up. His name is it's either it's Abraham because it's spelled with an I. Abraham Isaiah Pratt. He's a bodybuilder, and he looks like, well, I don't think I'm gonna assume he's a part of the LGBTQ. Yes, because yes, he has a boyfriend. I'm on his Instagram. Um, I don't know his pronouns. I'm not getting into all of that. Uh,
This person.
I'm not getting.
human.
I'm not getting into all that.
Okay.
I'm not getting into all that because
Alrighty.
it's too much thinking for me, and I don't know, and I'm not gonna assume. I'm just
Right.
gonna. I'm just gonna go off the information I have in my head.
Right. Okay.
He's a bodybuilder,
Correct.
and this it's a video of him at a competition, and he's doing his poses. That's what they call it. His poses, very feminine. It's almost like he's posing like a woman. And Jason was telling me because Jason, us, he bodybuilds. He doesn't bodybuild. He goes to the gym, and he said it's causing a lot of uproar in the bodybuilding community. You saw the video. We saw it off air. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
The person this bodybuilder was being themselves. Like, and it's like, yo, like, people are so sensitive. And so, like, I think the world we're living in now, there are no, the gray area has expanded, right?
Or I just think we diving in the gray area just a little bit more.
Huh? What do you
I
mean?
don't think it's expanded. I just think we actually dive because this shit's been going on since the beginning of times.
Right. Okay, the gray area is more public.
Got you.
The gray area is more public, right? Because, like, it was interesting. I was talking to someone. And they were like, to be non-binary, there has to be two options, right?
Yeah.
There has to be both sides, right?
Right.
And then you can say I'm non-binary
'Cause I'm
because there
neither
are
one.
two. Because I'm neither one, but you
Right.
have to have two
You
options,
have to
right?
have options to be non something.
Right.
Right.
So I thought it was interesting, right? So I think the gray area is becoming more public. So the old standards that we used to have, that
Man, get your shit together. Sneezing
man,
on the pod. What's wrong with you?
bruh,
Deducting it out your pay.
okay. um, I think the standards that were just so hard and fast for so long, now that the gray areas becoming more public, are feeling threatened and like they're not gonna have a place anymore. Like
That's what you think?
the people who uphold those standards, right? It's like, yo, like the dude is doing he's hitting all the poses he's supposed to be hitting.
Uh,
His physique looks good, right? He's like from a bodybuilding judging
nah,
standpoint.
go ahead and say you like him. Just go
All
ahead.
right.
Just go ahead and say you
Um.
thought the nigga was attractive, bro.
Oh my god. I'm done. Whatever.
He turn you on a little bit. Huh?
No.
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 So anyways, anyway, I'll just fuck with you, cousin. What you saying?
No. I just think people are uncomfortable with how society is moving because they think they're no longer gonna have a place. I feel like that's what people are thinking. Like I don't know. Like people need to just chill. Like it's not. He's not harming anyone, right? Was it a little extra? Maybe,
Yeah.
but people are extra all the time.
Yeah.
You meet me in the club, you would say I'm extra. So, but you meet me at work, you would say I'm quiet. So it's just
Right.
like
Right.
it's context and all that.
I'm reading the comments. Jason commented. He
Yeah.
said his sexuality has nothing to do with his display.
Right.
Keep going, bro. And another one of my homegirls, she said, "This is how I think I would look when I'm in the gym." I love this.
Oh my god. Comments be
The comments be great, but I'm reading the comments because I want to see what, I won't say majority because there's a lot of comments, but I want to see, kind of skim through what the comments is saying, and a lot of people ain't, are fucking with it. Like they cool. They like
I
they on
think-
his side, basically. What
yeah.
I'm saying.
Traditionalists need to understand tradition is out the window.
Now I want to know what the rules are in these type of events.
I think you have to hit the correct poses.
Is there any?
Like how you transition might impact it, but like he's hitting the correct poses.
Yeah.
Like the pose, like the bodybuilding poses, because they train for these shows and everything. So
Yeah, these are like routines. They have
Yeah.
a coach that
yeah,
comes in and come out. My friend who I'm about to go eat with later is a bodybuilder as well, and he has. I'm gonna ask him about this.
I think the person did it possibly to get more attention and to like shake things up, right? So regardless of where he placed in that show,
Yeah.
he's getting attention.
This is one of the comments that he responded to somebody. He said, the person was like, "Hello, your presentation in Brazil is generating an excellent debate. I want to salute you for showing your essence on stage and enriching our sport." It's just Praise Pratt is his Instagram. He said, "That is awesome to hear. I honestly didn't expect much attention from this. Everyone who knows me knows I'm very flamboyant and just do what I want. So doing bodybuilding, I figured I would just keep doing me, and it seemed to have caused an uproar. But I'll continue to be me and do it how I want to do it. Now it's time for me to practice and bring a better posing routine to the stage and beat myself. Thank you for the love, friend."
Yeah, I think
Nigga look like the dude from Street Fighter.
look,
That be kicking his arms out and be extending the ball headed. I
Yeah.
think it was like the
Yeah, I know
Indian
you're talking
dude.
about.
Yeah, that's what he looked like.
I think he is approaching a an area that has not dealt with this before, and that's why it's causing
That's
so
why
much
it's causing so
uproar.
much uproar.
Right.
I might get canceled for saying this. Am I ready for it? Your camera is out,
What?
but I'm gonna just keep it on here because it's gonna be the last.
Okay.
Um, do I agree with his sexuality?
You don't have to.
No, but I don't have to. How I live my life, and I'm prefacing this because I want people to understand as a heterosexual man, I can think like this and have these, my opinions on things. Do I agree with his lifestyle? No. Is he a human being? Yes. Is he a person? Yes. I don't always agree with you on your lifestyle choices. We've had that conversation, and it involves how you move sexually. Not saying you're gay or nothing like that, but how you move sexually. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
So how I look at him is basically I'm giving how I feel about a gay male and a straight male. That angle I'm coming because I want to be very clear. I don't want anything to be misconstrued. Do I agree with his lifestyle? No. Is he a person? Yes. Is he a human? Yes. Can he feel the way he wants to feel? Yes. Is he allowed to express himself how he wants to express himself? Yes. If that's how he feels for going on stage and presenting it that way, he has every right to. He has every right to do exactly what he did. To me, I looked at it, I watched it. It's very feminine. It's very flamboyant, like he said in the comments. But that's him.
Right.
I can't really judge it because I don't know what the criteria is. I don't know if you have to be like manly. I don't know if masculine is like a category. But if it is a category, let's just say it is a category.
He ain't winning that.
He's not winning it. Do not complain if you don't win it.
Right. I don't think you would.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If it isn't a category,
A criteria for
criteria for judgment, hey, you can't be mad at him if he win it.
right.
He took
right.
a risk that a lot of people haven't. I've never seen nothing like that before.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, he's gonna do him. Whether I agree with his lifestyle or not, he's gonna do him. And as a person, I love everybody. So
Who
but he was up there gay as hell, boy. No, just playing.
So what he didn't cause any harm,
To nobody.
right?
To nobody. To nobody. And I just wanna say this because I may or may not get canceled. I don't know yet. But it's not indoctrination.
Correct.
It's him being him on stage at his competition.
Done.
Done. There's nothing to talk about. Only people that should be talking about it is the judges
Correct.
because they're judging the competition.
Correct.
How do we want to judge this? I have no say so in that.
Correct.
We just talking because it's the topic of conversation.
Right.
But it could be you. Be you. I'm happy for you.
It's like I almost want to bring something else up in comparison and contrast to this.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Who was it? Suki?
Sukiyana. I see
Twerking on the little kid?
Yeah.
That's a problem
Absolutely.
because that's impacting
100%.
someone else's life.
100%. And that's when I say, because I don't want to make it like I don't agree with the gay people thing. I don't agree with what she did either. 100%.
Right.
I'm nigga jail.
Yeah, but
jail.
what she did is impacting someone's life and could impact someone's development.
Absolutely.
What he did is a presentation
Of who he is.
at a show where you are made to be a spectacle.
Right.
So,
Right. Because if she was twerking, she can do whatever she wants to
on
by
stage,
herself.
on her Instagram.
On her Instagram by herself. Do I agree with it still? No. Whatever. That's just me. But when the child changes everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
So going back to him without, bringing it to her. Sir, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you brought something new to a sport that probably has never seen that. You
Shaking it up.
You're gonna be talked about forever.
Yep.
You innovated.
You're a pioneer.
You're a pioneer of something. You because I've never seen it. So to me, he's an innovator. of this, and you doing your thing, and
Hats
whether
off.
anybody agrees with it or not. What can we say? You feel me? Long as you happy, you're not harming nobody, you're not doing no harm to yourself. Then yeah. I mean, shit. Honestly, I think Jason brought it up because he thought it was gonna be more
More controversial.
controversial, but I don't think it's controversial at all.
Nah,
I don't think it's controversial at all.
I think he's brave for doing it
I think he's brave too,
because like
especially in that world.
because
Yeah.
like I'll be honest, there are a lot of battles that I'm like, oh, do I want to fight this? And it's funny that his comedy made. He's like, I'm not even trying to like. I wasn't even trying to do anything special. I was just
Just doing me.
right. The fact that he's just so entrenched in who he is, like that's applause worthy right
I
there.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it, and he's a black male.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's black. Well, you got a tan. 'Cause you know they tan.
Right.
They tan. Before, hold on.
He appears to be a person of color.
I got to go back.
Yeah, go
because
to the page and
yeah,
make
go to
sure
the page. Yeah. No, he black.
he black.
He black.
He a Negro.
He's definitely black. Yeah. Wait. Nah, he's speaking Spanish, bro. Wait, is this Spanish? Yeah, no, he's writing in Spanish.
Oh, Latino or I don't know the correct
Definitely Afro-Latino for sure.
Afro Latino.
Latino. Yeah, but he's speaking Spanish in some of his his
I mean, he
posts.
just might be bilingual.
I mean,
That's allowed,
yeah.
but that's not what you think.
No, I just think I probably think his first language is not English.
Okay, that's possible.
If you're writing in it, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right.
you probably not first language, but whatever. He living his life, living his best life. To me, this is not a controversial topic. One, because I'm not in the bodybuilding world, so I don't know the real criteria.
But shame on all you bodybuilders that's making it controversial.
Two, yeah.
Sorry.
Two, I'm a dancer. I've been around gay people my whole career.
We all been around gay people.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
Whether
but-
you know it or not.
I was about to say that. But yeah. I've been around dancers that are openly gay, and it's predominantly most are openly gay, and they're some of my closest friends. I don't have to agree with your sexual lifestyle to be friends with you, to treat you like a person, to treat you like a human being. My cousins, we interviewed them, the Spelman twins.
They hilarious.
Hilarious. I love what they're doing. I love their work. I love
They so extra. It's very
as
entertaining.
hell. I like some of their music. Some of the music not for me, you know what I'm saying? But I like some of their music. I love I love them. They're my cousins.
Right.
I look at people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to. I don't even have. Let's say that I don't have to agree with their music take. I can say all their music is trash, but I still love them.
Right.
And I'm still gonna help promote because they're
Right.
my cousins. They're my
Right.
family. They're people who are working.
Right.
Like, so I don't think it's controversial at all. You can throw this shit out the window. They need to go ahead and wrap this shit up, nigga. I don't see it as a problem.
It's not at all. It's not at all. It's not at all.
So
Well.
yeah, we
I think that's it, y'all.
gotta get a Patreon.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get a Patreon.
We set that up today.
I feel like we gotta get a Patreon because there's
So Patreon or Instagram subscription are both.
nigga both. But I think we have to have a certain amount of following on Instagram to get a subscription
The
base.
OnlyFans.
I mean we could.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing as Patreon.
Yeah, OnlyFans is not only for sex workers. A lot of people just started doing that during the pandemic, and that's when it kind of blew up. I seen so many girls doing OnlyFans that I would have never thought was doing OnlyFans when the pandemic happened. I was like, yeah, y'all gonna get it how y'all gonna get it, huh? This nigga sitting at home beating their dick off. You might as well show a little feet, show a little yitties, show a little booty. You might as well show something.
All right, so it's been a great podcast.
Right. It's been a great pod.
Oh boy.
You got anything you want to say? I feel like, I'm gonna save it for the next one. Because if I say it, we're gonna be here for another hour, just like the last pod.
It was 2 hours.
It was
Look,
2
I was
hours
trying to
long.
rip the audio off so I could put it on Spotify.
It was 2 hours long.
It was like, oh, you've reached the 90-minute max.
do a part 1 and 2.
No, I just pulled the audio a different way.
Okay.
But it's just like, it was 2 hours, y'all. And thank you for everybody who watched it.
watched it, listened, shared
Yeah.
it, liked it. Because that conversation was needed though. That conversation because we was down there at each other's necks towards the end.
Were we?
Yeah, we
Who's going there?
because you know I get triggered when we talk about the black community.
Just
because
stop.
I-
Just stop.
because
Let's
I-
leave it right there. Let's leave it right
Paywall.
there. Right. Leave that
Paywall.
right there. Leave that right
Should I call her?
there. What you trying to phone a friend now?
I was gonna phone a friend.
Why? You not, are you even hooked up?
No.
Okay, so let
Save it for next. All right, should save it.
Yeah.
It's your boy Lonely Motion, aka King Motion, aka God Dog. Shout out here, my cousin.
Oscar.
We had another You Good Digital podcast. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Look, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, listening to us.
100.
Hit us up if you in the greater city of Sacramento or you in Northern California or if you in LA. And if you want us to come to your event and wild out like we did the algorithm,
We're ready.
we ready. Let us know. We'll come out.
We're supposed to have a guest star on the next one. I'm gonna see if this person flakes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if they do,
We on their heads.
I'm on their head
You on their
on the podcast.
Tuesday. Yep.
Tuesday.
You dig what I'm talking about? But we out this thing. Like I said, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share and get us in your algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Share with people. Share people go to work who listen to podcasts, stuff like that. Put them on.
Absolutely.
We love y'all. Thank y'all, and we out.
Peace.